Welcome to simRwanda. Over the next several minutes, you'll get a chance to observe how an experienced user of SimSchool would embark on teaching a new class. Now, the first thing that I always like to do is click the Start button. Notice that the students will sit here very well behaved until I actually begin. So I'm going to click Start. And just like real students, they have very individual profiles, learning preferences, capacities, and they will show that to me as I begin to assign lessons to them. The first thing that I like to do is go to Instruction and preview the lesson plan that I have available to me. Now I know for simRwanda and for these class periods, we're concentrating on creating social stories, which is a very good ICT integrated lesson plan that works very well for students with special education needs and also is a good literacy and language arts task. So several of the activities in this simulation today, I know, focus on that kind of activity. So earlier in simulations, we went through remember and understand tasks. And now I know that we're at the point in this class where I'm going to begin asking students to actually create something. In simRwanda class 1 and 2, I had a chance to experience how visual and auditory learners might relate to different things that I was assigning to them. These tasks are more kinesthetic in nature, so let's see how some of these students respond. I'm going to assign this task first, which involves these students working with a partner at their table and deciding on an idea for a story that they're actually going to construct into a book using their tablet computers. I'm going to assign this to the whole class. And let's see how they respond. Now this is not surprising. Just like real students, and I hear them working away, just like real students, because individuals have a preference for different learning modalities, they will respond very differently. I see that I have a young lady in this back corner, and I've worked with her before. Her name is Marie. I can see that she's not gaining from this task yet. Let's see how Marie is doing. I'm going to ask her a behavioral question. I'm going to assign this to Marie. And I'm going to use a friendly tone of voice and see how she responds to that. Okay, so what I know from Marie, when I look at her profile, I can get clues as to the kinds of things that she likes to do. She likes interaction. She likes to learn by doing things. She's very good at writing. In other areas, she's a very average student. I can look at her individual characteristics, and I can see that she is a student that does like to do kinesthetic tasks. That is her preferred learning modality. So I suspect that right now I'm asking her to talk with a partner at her table, and this young man is a little disengaged. Once I give her a chance to construct something, I suspect that she's going to be fairly satisfied. Oh, and he's sitting up now. So they're starting to work together. Seth, let's see, Seth. What is your question today? Why are we doing this? This is pointless. Seth is a very bright student, and so in working with him in other classes, what I've learned is that it can be difficult to keep him challenged because he is very smart. He moves very quickly. So I'm going to keep an eye on Seth. He's not being disruptive, but we'll see how he performs. I do notice that I have a young lady over here who's not enjoying this task. So let's ask a friendly question to Sonia. Let's ask her how she's doing. Okay. She's not doing great. If I come and look at her progress, I can see that she is struggling. I can also see academically that she's declined from the level that the rest of the class is at. So I'm going to think about Sonia and what tasks might be good for her. Talking to her helps her become more engaged. You do find that with the students, but oftentimes they need a little attention. And once they receive that, it's easier for them to become interested in the task. Now for the moment, I'm not going to call on this young lady. I'm going to move them along to the next task. And let's have them start to construct something using a paper and pencil to start actually outlining their social story. I suspect that Marie is going to like that task. I can already see that she's more engaged. This young man I'm going to come back to. I can see that Sonia is more engaged, so that's... You will find that as well, that they will talk. So you'll see devices appear on their desktops, the tools that they're supposed to be using. And you'll get an indication of how they feel about the task.
Are you like a general or something?
Yes, Mommy. And how are you doing? Oh, he doesn't prefer this task. I'm going to come back to him. I would like for him to work on this a little bit more. But I think that you do, hopefully you do get the idea that the students are very responsive. They're very individual. They have their own individual personalities. And you will notice the preferences that they have based on the tasks that you assign. And part of the purpose of the simulation environment is to give you a chance, as the teacher, to see how students respond to both different expectations that you may have for them, how they may respond to different tones of voice. For some students, like when we approached Sonia when she was very sad, asking her a friendly question was enough to help her sit upright and get back engaged with the task. There may be other students for whom a more stern tone of voice may actually be more productive for them. But that's the advantage of the simulation, is that I can go back and I can repeat those behaviors, and I can see how they will respond to different types of instructional activities that I have for them, so that I'm better prepared for when I encounter those same realities when I'm working with real students. Because they can always restart this simulation, and if I do, I can go right back to the beginning, and in a moment these students will be sitting upright in their desks again, as if we had just restarted the class. And I'll be able to then change my pacing, maybe change the sequencing of the tasks as well.